love and the energy on Fox Sports Radio, Covino and Rich.
Bringing the noise, bringing the funk.
And I love that old school wrestling reference I make when Marty Jannetty jumped through the glass of the barber shop.
Yeah, he jumped through, right?
No, he wasn't kicked through. He jumped through.
He was jumping through the glass. He was trying to escape or something.
That's what Bobby the Brain Heenan said.
Covino and Rich. Steve Covino. Rich Davis. Yeah. We got Danny G super producing. He wears that old school chin strap like Aaron Rodgers.
He does.
He has a chin strap. And, of course, Iowa Sam. The barber is trying to make an appointment with Sam right now. Sam's trying to avoid him.
Oh, it's
We
coming.
got Spot on the videos. And, of course, you rocking out with us, broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. And we have that brand new YouTube channel if you want to see Sam's hair. If you want to see Danny G's chin strap in his Dodgers gear. If you want to see us in the flesh,
Hey.
it's youtube.com/@Covino and Rich FSR. If you're on YouTube, again, Covino and Rich, ANDRICH, Covino and Reich, Covino and Rich, FSR. Spotty's on the videos, and thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hope you're having a great Taco Tuesday, 877-99 on Fox. Let's go.
I told you, the competitive part of me, by the end of the week, I want to have the most subscribers of the FSR shows.
Oh, good luck with that.
And only you can help. Let's go.
More.
Let me entice you by Spot. Can you give a one shot of Iowa Sam's hair just for 1 second? Because that might get people watching.
Iowa Sam. I say that respectfully because I like it. I do.
I think by cutting your hair, it takes away your personality.
I agree.
It's getting too hot, so it's going to be pruned down to pretty much nothing soon.
Ooh, I can't wait. Ooh. And, of course, Dan Byer's got your updates. We'll be playing Showtime Mahomes trivia later on. We have Crocs to talk about if we have time. So a little MLB, a little NFL, a little bit of everything. That's what you get here on the Covino and Rich Show.
Now, there's a few preseason football thoughts I had. We're going to get to a couple theories I have just on people that really dive into the preseason. But based off the hot story of the day that you heard our buddy Dan Byer tell you in the update, Dr. Jones, Daniel Jones.
You call him Dr. Jones, lady.
He'll be starting for the Colts of Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, I mean, we can't say that's a failed experiment already. I mean, the guy's, he's a young man.
It seems to be that they're making a strong decision, unless, of course, his pinky is that injured. But you heard good things about Daniel Jones all offseason. They've been hyping him up. At least that's the vibe I was getting. So Daniel Jones playing good. They've been going at it, competing for the job all offseason. Anthony Richardson hurts his pinky in the first preseason game, and now it's Daniel Jones.
Is it just Exhibit B that the Giants ruin people? Saquon and now Daniel Jones.
I think he's, again, this is just going off of something I saw on social media recently. I think he was like 24-44. But don't quote me, because, again, I got it from a meme or something. 24-44 as a starter with the Giants. And, yeah, that does answer the question. That doesn't mean he's going to stink as bad with the Colts, but we sort of know what he's going to give you.
Do we? I don't know.
I hope he turns it around, too. Yeah, true, you never know, but you kind of know what he brings. I always thought he was better than what we got.
You have this belief that he lost his mojo when he fell on his face during that wide-open, 80-yard run?
Yeah. It's like when Joey Bats got punched in the face. It's too embarrassing to recover from.
The butt fumble of Mark Sanchez. Just some things you can't really just shake.
And when's the last time you saw that highlight? It's pretty embarrassing.
You're right, Cove. 24-44-1.
24-44-1. That was off the top of the dome right there. So he gets the starting job. Yesterday, it was announced that Flacco gets the starting job. Guy's over 40 years old.
Flacco.
He gets the job over Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. And my first instinct is, man, what boring decisions. But I get it. Like Big Mike, who runs this place, says,
Who?
I credit them for making a smart decision. I applaud the decision because they're going with the veteran here. But don't you want to let the young guy develop, or is that letting him fall on their face?
Well, it's interesting because I in my big noggin, have labeled this conversation counterproductive quarterbacks. Because there's a sense of teams that look like they're going to go with someone, but deep down inside, that old Jersey song you used to like?
Deep down inside, deep down inside, deep down inside.
Covino and Paulie D used to pump their fist to that.
That's an old club jam, bro.
there's something, I hate to say counterproductive, but it's sort of true.
Well, it's uneventful, I promise you that.
Well,
it might be safe and the best decision, but it's a boring decision.
The best example hasn't even been given yet, so I'll give it right now, and I'll give you the three-headed monster of boring, counterproductive quarterbacks. Joey Flacco, Daniel, you call him Dr. Jones, and Russell Wilson.
Ooh.
And I say the Russ one because he's a veteran you're paying.
By the way, 2 former Super Bowl champions. So we say that respectfully, but 2 former champions past their prime.
If New York Football Giants brass, management, coaching staff really believes in Jackson Dart and really has seen everything they need to see, apparently at camp and in the few touches he's got in the preseason, like Jackson Dart, as advertised, according to what Giants officials and front office people are saying, right? So if that's the case, what if Russ goes 5-1 in the first 6 games and like surprises everyone? Is that sort of like, oh man, we weren't expecting that? I'm not saying the Giants are expecting to lose, but when you really think about it, honestly, Giants fans and most people are thinking they'll probably play 500 football or worse, and then eventually Jackson Dart will get his chance.
That's what I mean. I'm not saying these are bad decisions, right? These are the veterans. You're in good hands. You know what you're going to get.
I get the phrase.
They're boring,
know what you're doing?
Unexciting decisions.
Know what you're doing? You're delaying the inevitable. That's what I've been trying to. You're delaying the inevitable.
I'm glad you figured it out.
Because the inevitable is that Brian Daboll and that whole front office loves Jackson Dart. How long of a placeholder Russell Wilson is, I guess that's sort of up to how the Giants play around him and how he does. Same with Cleveland. I mean, while he is a Super Bowl champion, that was going to be 12-plus years ago now, Joe Flacco is not the future of a team. So, again, you're delaying the inevitable because he's your best option right now.
Well, it makes me wonder, how unready are the Anthony Richardsons? Again, hurt, pinky injury.
Yeah.
How unready are the Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, the Jackson Darts, if these guys are getting the nod? And again, just as a fan outside looking in, I feel like it's uneventful and boring because it doesn't make me want to watch. You know what makes me want to watch? Shedeur Sanders.
Yep.
Not Flacco. Again, respectfully, had a great career. Like, think about it, just even in our position, everyday life. How boring would it have been if they gave this time slot to some old radio veteran, some old guy with a mustache? No offense to old guys with mustaches, but wouldn't that have been a boring decision? They're like, you know what, Fox Sports Radio, we're going to take a chance on these young hot shots. They've been in the game for a minute. Let's give them a shot. Isn't that more exciting? Hey, see what they could do. See what they could bring. Maybe they could shake things up instead of like some old guy who's going to talk, boring old school sports all day.
It's what you feel sometimes with coaching changes in sports where
it's just a boring decision, Rich.
You want your team to make a Harbaugh decision. You want them to make let's go after Sean Payton or, there's going to be a team that takes a chance on Gruden soon, right? Whether it's college or pros. You want that. It's excitement. What usually isn't exciting is, unfortunately, even though they deserve it, promoting a coordinator within.
Right.
It's like, okay.
And you know what else we always do, too? Because
Sure.
I wrote this down based on Daniel Jones, Flacco, and Wilson getting the starts, getting the nod. Props to the older guys. I'm always rooting for the older guys. Yeah. I am. But something we always do is we make people make a decision. Like, hey, is this uneventful or do you applaud the decision? It could be both. And that's something we always need to keep in mind. Why do we need to choose? It's both. It's uneventful, but I applaud the teams for sticking with their vets. I do. And then letting them put the future in their hands. You already said it about Wilson. He's only there for as long as he performs. He's 36 years old. He's got some game left.
Do you think Russ, in the back of his mind, knows that a large part of that fan base and maybe subconsciously management's like, we're just sort of biding time. We'll give Russ a chance. I mean, we're paying him. I mean, he's the veteran. But Jackson Dart's where we're going to be in like 2 years from now. That's got to be in the brain, right?
It's got to be in the brain. And remember, ratings are part of the game. This is entertainment. It's sports, it's competition, but it's also ratings and entertainment. People want to see Jackson Dart. People want to see Richardson. People want to see Shedeur Sanders. Those things play a factor. And we're not getting that. So
not
as
everyone,
fans, it's disappointing.
Not everyone ends up with the quote dream girl or a hunky dude. Danny G, no offense to your Raiders, Geno could put up numbers, and you guys can maybe make a run at the playoffs. That would be the goal, right? For the Raiders to make the postseason.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
But,
your lips to God's ears.
I mean, realistically though, Danny, you know as much football as anyone I know. I don't think the Raiders deep down inside are like, Geno Smith going to get us to the Super Bowl.
No, their offense is going to score a lot of points. Their defense still has a lot of holes, so they have a lot of work to do to make the playoffs.
And I think perception-wise, it's really us that is to blame sometimes as far as what we perceive as exciting or not, new versus old. And I'm curious what Dan Byer thinks, but let me give you two other. You might think these are trash examples, but when you move a middle reliever to the rotation, there's a party that's like, he's not a starter. He may very well be a starter, but I still question Clay Holmes as a Mets fan. Like, is he a starter?
So do I.
I don't know.
Takes a minute.
And I'll give you the dumbest example. If you grew up watching wrestling, when they broke up a tag team and one of those guys became like a singles wrestler, I was always like, he's a lame tag team guy. Other than Shawn Michaels, who made a name for himself.
That's
but
funny.
It was like the British Bulldog. I'm like, he's just one of two of them. Is he really? No, get out of here. You're not selling me on the British Bulldog. Even Bret Hart, I'm like, he's part of the Hart Foundation. Don't make it sound like he's the guy. He's a lame tag team guy.
And again, will they be more productive? Probably, maybe. So again, I'm not mad at their decision. I'm just disappointed because it's uneventful.
Dan Byer, counterproductive, the right move when you see some of the I guess you'd say less sexy names getting the nod. Do you get it? Obviously you get it, but what are your thoughts?
It's funny because you were bringing up examples, and I'll give you kind of a wacky niche one, if you will.
Yeah.
When a guy in the NBA is a great sixth man, that he's so good that you won't put him in the starting lineup because he's a sixth man. Like there's the sixth best player on the team that, okay, maybe he's inserted in the starting lineup because somebody is hurt, but somebody who so excels in that role of coming off the bench, it's kind of all right, this is probably our third best player, but he's just so good in this spot, we got to keep him in this spot.
Yeah, you have to instinctively be like, do I put him in the starting five? Oh.
Yes, but so like when you were talking about the moving from the middle reliever to a starter, I kind of thought about the NBA. I find the Flacco story just amazing, but it's also shows on how the Browns have been awful in dealing with their quarterback situation. I know the Giants are probably Jackson Dart's team at some point this season, but Brian Daboll and them are trying to save their jobs, and if you start out 0-4 because a rookie's making mistakes, you'll likely lose it. If you can win a couple of games and then transition to
So
them.
Daboll wants to be able to stick around once the transition happens.
Yes.
And he may not make it that far if they,
It's saved John Harbaugh's job in Baltimore. The Flacco, Speaking of Flacco with Lamar Jackson, he was thought to maybe be on his way out. They put Lamar in mid-season, and then all of a sudden the rest is history. But you kind of have to attach yourself to the young guy, but I don't think they feel comfortable enough doing it in week one.
You think there's a part of Flacco, honestly, who excelled coming off the bench? He'd come up and light it up for a while. Like, man, he's still got some game. You think there's a part of him that was like, I kind of like that role at this stage of the game. I wish these dudes would have stepped it up and won the starting job so I could have sat back and relaxed and collect the payday. Because he was still good in those short spurts, like still impressive. And maybe that's deep down what he wanted. But then again, the competitive nature, I'm sure he's pumped to be starting.
Everyone wants to start.
It is amazing, Dan Byer. I can't deny that. But it is less exciting. That's how I feel about it. I give him all the props in the world. Like I said, I know I'm speaking out of both sides, like double talking Dickie here.
What?
He's 40 years old, and he's starting. I got to tip my hat to that, but that doesn't mean it excites me.
Last season, Flacco played 8 games, threw for over 1,700 yards, 12 TDs, 7 picks.
12 TDs, 7 picks. Yeah, so
he throws a lot of interceptions.
He did at the end, I remember. So it's 3 stories. They all have a similar sort of feel about them. There's someone younger, but are they better behind them? Russell Wilson over Dart, Daniel Jones over Richardson, and Flacco over, well, multiple quarterbacks.
Can I just quick give you guys some trivia because it's
Please
gonna. Do you know the teams that Joe Flacco played between the Ravens and Browns stints? Do you remember the teams?
Well, you throw the Jets in there. There There were a few.
You're so answering my question because he played a season for the Broncos, and I said this yesterday. I don't remember anything from it. It was 2019.
Wow.
And so to that point, I think I would be saying the same thing Covino was in 2019, being like, the Broncos starting Joe Flacco doesn't interest me. But 40-year-old Joe Flacco with the Browns 6 years later, to me, is really interesting.
There is something
Well,
to be
that's
said
what
about.
I said. It goes to show you how unready and unprepared these younger guys are if he's starting at this stage. So it really shows you how bad they might be in the quarterback situation.
Did you see that funny clip? It was Flacco with Shador and some of the young players. There was some hip-hop song playing at the stadium. I think Shador said something like, "Yo, you get down to this?" And Joe Flacco said something like, "I don't get down to anything."
Yeah. He asked him about a dance move.
Yeah, like, yo,
He's like, no.
I don't dance at practice.
I don't get down to anything. So, I mean, you got to there. Like Dan Byer said, there is something when you look at it, like 40-year-old dude outplaying these young 20-something-year-old studs enough to get the starting nod week one.
Yeah. You want to give credit to that. Like, that is amazing. It really is. It really, really is. And I'd love to see him light it up. But you're not tuning in for that. You're just not.
You know what? I'll give him props. I happened to be driving around last night. I usually don't drive around at night because it was rare. I heard our pals Jason Smith and Mike Harmon here on the network. And
They're not your pals. You don't even know the difference between the two guys.
Harmon hat. That's the way Covino remembers.
Wow.
Harmon always wears a hat.
Wow.
And Smith sleeves.
Smith he sometimes
wears
he's
no
sleeveless.
sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times where they're like, wait, which one is which?
By the way, I have a formula to remember who's who, and they're both great dudes. But I do that just to not mess, and I still mess it up. That's what's embarrassing about
At
it.
the holiday party, he's like, Jason, it's Mike.
I know. I feel like they think I'm the dumbest guy that ever walked the earth because I say the wrong name every time.
Don't worry. I talked to Mike, and he goes, "I know Rich is the good-looking one." So that's what Harmon said.
Oh,
Just
my
kidding.
God.
No,
I'm
totally kidding.
I'm so
Don't
offended.
go out.
And then he
Just a joke.
said, Rich is the Latino one, right?
No. I'm glad I messed him up.
But no, I heard them last night, and our pal Jason Smith said, or was it Mike Harmon? I'll never know. That
Harmon hat.
He believes, I wasn't watching. I only watch our YouTube feed. He believes that if there was a prop bet that the Browns will start all 5 of the guys this year, and he has an order in which he said he's like, it's going to start with Flacco.
Yeah, obviously.
Then Kenny Pickett.
Then Gabriel.
Then he said Gabriel,
Yeah.
then Shador, and then there was I think there might have been a 5th in there too. And he's convinced that it's a prop bet he wants to make happen.
That's crazy. If that happens, that would be insane.
So again,
You said start, not play,
Yeah,
right?
no,
like
start, yeah.
Wow. So again, they all have a similar vibe about them. So we posed a question. The answer could be both, but is this just uneventful, or do you applaud the decision of going with the veterans in these 3 cases?
Cove,
877-99 on Fox at Covino and Rich.
I don't want to crutch on comparing everything to relationships, but I do that because I genuinely feel like sports, relationships, friendships, marriage, all these things
You know what
have
it's
so
like,
many
Rich?
commonalities.
Okay, can I give you one? Because I thought of it. It's like your buddy who's on the fence with his old lady, as people say. Yeah,
hate
me
when
and my
people
old
say that.
lady. The spark is gone. And she's just the sort of nightmare to deal with. And there's a younger woman who seems so perfect for him. And he's all excited, and she brought out all the best qualities of your buddy. And you're rooting for your buddy to go for the exciting storyline of, dude, new life, new chick. She brings out the best in you. Think of the potential. And then he's like, nah, I feel safer going with my old lady.
I don't want to lose half of my 401k.
I'm gonna go back to the old option. You're like, it's
No,
boring,
my-
dude. Come on.
My equally dumb analogy was when you have a quarterback it's like, when you're dating and you're like, I'm not going to marry this girl. She's really nice. We have a good time. We're dating, but I just can't see myself marrying this girl. NFL teams have to deal with that quite a bit unless you have your franchise guy.
Oh, you're saying, well, they are ready to marry Dart and ready to marry.
I don't think anyone's married. No.
You don't think so? I mean, they made big moves to get these guys.
The only way you can tell a team's ready to marry one of these guys is when they're getting paid $50+ million a year for multiple years. So
Fair enough.
I think we'll get there, but
And you don't want to throw them in there too soon because confidence is such a big part of especially the quarterback position. If they take too many sacks too early on, and we always hear speed of the game, That's a big thing. They need to get acclimated to the quarterback position in the National Football League.
And by the way, we're not the know-it-alls that know everything.
Of
if
course.
you're a fan of the Giants, the Colts, or the Browns, and you're pumped about these decisions, like, dude, I'm ready, man. I think you're underestimating. I would love to hear it because, to me, I get excited about matchups and watching particular games. These are not teams that I care about at all because of these decisions.
I think of those teams, because the AFC South is so suspect, the Colts could very well make some noise. Is Jacksonville?
I think we see a better
Houston or
Daniel
anyone,
Jones, but I don't think we see like a Pro Bowl performance. I think he's going to be better with the Colts than he was with the Giants. I'm rooting for all of them. No one's hating on these guys. I'm not hating. I'm just stating.
There is something to be said about being comfortable, and DB pointed that out. Anything you do in life, work, friendships, anything, for instance, like I coach my kids. Once you start coaching your second or third year for a little league or a basketball or football, when you're coaching the kids, after a couple years, you feel way more comfortable. Like, I belong here, right? The first year, no matter what you do at any job, any situation, you're still sort of feeling it out. So I'm also interested in a lot of these second-year guys. Like, Homer, Niners fan here. I'm always, I think Ricky Pearsall is going to go off this year. I think there's certain guys that it's like, all right, you got your feet wet, and that's how you got to, that happens in life as well.
Let me ask you a question before we really get into it. Based on what? Have you watched any preseason at all?
I have a theory on it.
Oh, we got a theory on preseason. We're going to play Showtime Mahomes trivia. Broke Mahomes stops by. Crocs are in the news. We have lots to get to in so little time, so we'll be right back. We got more Covino and Rich right here on Fox Sports Radio.
All right. Now let's talk about our pals at Express Pros. From searching online to asking your friends and family, there's lots of ways to look for jobs. But what if you had a team of experts that could help you find the right role?
Your local Express Employment Professionals office is your one connection to endless job opportunities. With just one application, they can help you find a job at a company that fits your needs. Visit expresspros.com.
Hey, are you the experts? Oh, sweet. They never charge job seekers a fee. They got 870 locations, so there's got to be an office
By the way, you
nearby.
realize they went up 10 locations since we started reading these?
It's true.
Just saying. Just saying.
Helping people. Express knows when local companies are hiring, even for a job that might not be posted yet. Think of that advantage. Express also offers benefits, competitive pay, and in just one interview, they're prepared to present you with multiple opportunities for you.
Nice. Go to expresspros.com to get started. Discover for yourself what it's like to have support in your job search. You can also start your job search through the Express Jobs app. Download it today to search jobs, apply, and contact your local Express team. Thank you. expresspros.com. It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture. We talk about sports. We talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it. Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations. That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable. He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted.
Yeah. Still waters run deep. Covino and Rich. Speaking of deep, the deepest show on radio. Believe me, we
Deep.
know you. We know we're your favorite bozos.
puddle deep.
We know what's up. We have fun here on Fox Sports Radio.
We're deep if you've had 3 old fashions or an edible.
And if having fun is wrong, we don't want to be right. Right, Sam? Iowa Sam on the 1s and 2s. He's on that. What were they playing in this? Like a Trinitron, like a Triton? Was it a Triton, Danny G? What were they rocking back in the day?
Triton keyboard.
Yeah, we got Iowa Sam on the Triton keyboard on the ones and twos.
Now, you said that viral clip, what is it, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, where there's some nerdy kid in a school gymnasium, and he starts playing this on a piano, and the place goes
He starts
nuts.
out very theatrical, and then it gets into this.
Of course, you go into Dr. Dre, you're going to get props.
Playing some Dre, Danny G, the hip-hop guru, super producing at 877-99 on Fox. Elijah is helping out on the videos with Spotty Boy. Again, we got the new YouTube streaming every day. It's youtube.com/Covino and Rich FSR. Covino and Rich FSR. Definitely check it out. Hit subscribe and continue checking our podcast. Search Covino and Rich wherever you get your podcast.
Yeah, having a lot of fun, and we'll say what's up to Doug in Maryland. And before we get into more football, I have one baseball thought. I mean, we do have less than 40 games. Pennant races are getting tight. Doug in Maryland, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Doug.
Hey, guys. Hey, I was telling Danny, every year there's a surprise, and who's it going to be this year? Is it going to be Jacksonville with their 70-yard field goal kicker, or, and a resurgence from Lawrence? Is it going to be, I'm not saying it's going to be the Giants, but I think Jackson Dart is one of those guys you might want to watch out for if Russell gets hurt. Because he's going to be a promising quarterback in the NFL, I believe, in the future.
They like all the tools already that he has.
They like his
in New
tools,
York.
but they also have to acknowledge the fact that they paid Russell Wilson a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, Russell Wilson was the recipient of a chance when they had paid Matt Flynn, I believe, in Seattle. So sometimes, hey, it happens. Interestingly enough, when you think about Jackson Dart, like, he will be the first name that's being chanted in a crowd somewhere when Russell Wilson, struggles just a little bit. His leash is, as they say, so short in this scenario. And he brought up Jacksonville, Danny G. Have you seen the memes where it's like, oh, look, Trevor Lawrence needs to get one first down and they're in field goal range?
Yeah.
So, hey, you know what? I'm sure there's going to be people that pick him up way too early in fantasy football, that kicker, Little on Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Now, we'll wrap up with your phone calls at 877-99 on Fox, but we got to talk a little preseason football, too, and Showtime Mahomes trivia coming up.
Yeah, I said I had the baseball thought. I want to give props to Stephen Nesbitt of The Athletic. You know, when Rob Manfred went over the possible realignment and expansion, he just mentioned it at the Little League Classic, and everyone ran with it on social media.
It got people buzzing.
There were
There's going to be a team in Nashville. There's going to be a
Portland.
team in Carolina, maybe Vegas. Man.
Well, there will be in Vegas.
Well, there will be in Vegas.
But there was a lot of speculation of alignment where, like, Yankees, Mets, and Red Sox and Phillies in the same division, and no more National League and American League. And you guys all saw those graphics of the proposed divisions. Well, I want to give props to, again, Stephen Nesbitt of The Athletic. He presented what I think looks like, by far, the best attempt at realignment if baseball were to do this. If you add two teams in the mix, that would give you 32 Major League Baseball teams. He's broken it down much like football, where instead of East, Central, and West, you got East, North, South, and West. Each division, 4 teams, 4 divisions in the AL, 4 in the NL, and you'd have 4 division winners and 2 wild cards. And the only real change is I see he move like the Rays to the NL South, but for the most part, this guy's proposed division alignment would be like AL East. Yankees, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Orioles. You lose the Rays to another division. Or like the Central in the NL is now the North. The Cubs, the Cardinals, Brewers, and Reds.
Well, the rumors yesterday had the Yankees and Mets in the same division because, again, what Manfred said was for geographical reasons and better TV. If you had the Cubs and the White Sox in the same division, you'd have to cancel out interleague play. That would be the only way that works.
Yeah.
With this alignment that you're talking about, you could still have interleague play.
It keeps it traditional enough. Like Danny, this guy's alignment has the NL West, Dodgers, Padres, Giants, Diamondbacks. You lose the Rockies to a new AL South division. There's a few of the smaller market teams they've sort of rotated around, but they've kept the traditional rivalries alive. So props to that dude
But again, that's a really
nice.
big announcement. And again, made sort of in a passing way at the Little League Classic because it would change rivalries as we know them, baseball history as we know it. We grew up knowing these rivalries and these divisions. You're really changing the future of baseball if and when you make that decision. It's a big risk, but it could be a fun one.
And we mentioned it yesterday, so I don't want to repeat it, but baseball's at that moment now where if they were playing pressure luck or deal or no deal, there comes a point where the decisions you made up to this point, you're winning. The bigger bases, the phantom runner on second, the quicker games, pitch clock, these are all wins. Little League Classic, like the Field of Dreams game, everything's going great. Ratings up, attendance up. Be careful with the expansion of the divisions. You have not upset enough people. We've talked about how you can't press your luck too much.
Don't forget, for possible expansion, the city of Sacramento would like to stay in the mix because they're going to lose the A's to Vegas, and they want to keep pro baseball in Sacramento.
They've talked about, in this proposal, there's the AL West would be the Angels, the Mariners, the Vegas Athletics, and perhaps a Portland, Salt Lake City, or Sacramento team.
In your new update
this
from
guy's
the
update,
Athletic, because yesterday's and all the rumors yesterday was the Angels and the Dodgers in the same division, again, for geographical reasons, which, again, would cancel out interleague play. So I would love to see where this goes and where it heads.
I'll post it at Covino and Rich, and I'll give this guy some props. Again, the Athletic, Stephen Nesbitt. It looks like the most reasonable realignment I've seen where I don't think anyone would be mad. Again, you're creating a new division like the NL South. Braves, Marlins, a new team in Nashville, and the Rays come over from the AL East.
Hey, man, I'm sure
NL
they've
South.
got it all worked out.
Makes sense.
For him to throw it out there in such a nonchalant way, it's something they're close to figuring out.
Well, who was it? Mets radio broadcaster. Put it in the books. Howie Rose, among a lot of famous broadcasters and personalities, have said you can't kill the NA and L, the NL and AL. These are things that have existed since the 1800s. Like you do have to keep some tradition. Like that would be like saying, no AFC and NFC. Let's just sort of throw them in a pile. No, you can't do that.
Well, we'll wrap it up with something we always say from the great Gary Vaynerchuk: innovate or die, and that's what baseball is trying to do.
No doubt.
All right, so we're going to talk preseason foosball, and we're going to play some games. But first, the great Dan Byer's update.
DB.
What up, DB?
The one thing that stood out to me was the projected expansion cities, as you guys were talking about, with the West having the Salt Lake, Sacramento, or Portland possibilities, the East having the Nashville and Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
But what about if Montreal got a team?
How cool, right? Then
Yes,
you gotta...
I think it'd be awesome, but it could really mess up some of the plans that you would have for what you would have in your National League East. And would you want them in the same division as Toronto because they're Canadian? That could be a curveball.
Yeah, you're
something
right.
to chew on. Just something to chew on.
Listen, I think baseball is really going to have to think this through big time. Bigly.
Cubs and Brewers continuing their series today at Wrigley. Game one of a doubleheader.
Driven in the air, deep left center. It's got a chance. Gone! Owen Casey with his first big league home run. And the Cubs now lead 6-4.
And that would be the final of the Cubs radio network. Again, game two coming up in a little bit on Chicago's north side. Daniel Jones has been tabbed as the starting quarterback for the Colts to open the regular season, winning the job over Anthony Richardson. Saints have yet to make a decision on their starting quarterback. Head coach Kellen Moore says they'll make it after their preseason game against the Broncos. 49ers signed quarterback Nate Sudfeld to a contract after Mac Jones got dinged up against the Raiders last weekend. Giants activated left tackle Andrew Thomas from the PUP list, and Bucs wide receiver Jalen McMillan could miss half the season because of a sprained neck, according to the Tampa Bay Times. Indiana Fever forward Sophie Cunningham's going to miss the rest of the season with a knee injury. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. Dan
Byer.
With the updates. Good to see Dan Byer. And, of course, Iowa Sam on the keyboards.
Now,
Danny G producing, and thank you, Fox Sports Radio, for hanging out with us.
I think it's safe to say that sports fans, the start of the football season, while I do love baseball opening day, and we do love tip-off in the NBA, and just there's something about that, NFL first Thursday when it's official. And that is 2 weeks and 2 days away.
Official like Danielle Fishel.
Do you love Topanga?
Official like Danielle Fishel.
I think that if you're really wrapped up in preseason football, it says a little something about you, and I'll explain what I mean coming up next. We got more Covino and Rich right here, Fox Sports Radio.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations. That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable. He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger,
Bolder.
better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes. We talk about pop culture. We talk about sports. We talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best.
you were dating some girl and you were like, "Hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense." Her mom walked in. "Can you believe he was dead the whole time?"
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, "Oh, look at that bozo over there," and I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut
estate.
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Welcome back to the program, the professional Graham known throughout the land as Covino and Rich. World famous CNR on FSR, live from the Fox Sports Radio studio.
What's up, everybody?
And it's time for our Tire Rack play of the day. Bryce Harper brought the lumber.
1-1 the count. Legumina delivers in the pitch, hit high and deep, right center field, and it's a second homer of the night for Bryce Harper off the facing of the second deck.
But not just the second. Wasn't like both home runs over 440 feet, like two bombs.
Bryce Harper brought the lumber.
Two bombs.
You think a lot about Bryce Harper's wood, right?
Who
Nice
had
lumber, right?
two bigger bombs yesterday, Bryce Harper or Jamie Lee Curtis?
Have you seen that? My goodness.
She's all over social media.
Freakier Friday, no doubt.
I know.
All right, hey, Tire Rack play of the day, and don't forget, over 40 years now, and that was courtesy of the Phillies Radio Network. That was your Tire Rack play of the day. They've been helping people find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection, convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. Our good friends at TireRack.com. The way tire buying should be. And I did post that new realignment at Covino Rich on Instagram if you want to check it out.
And Spot should post that viral Jamie Lee Curtis video. And by the way, I say that respectfully. She's a 66-year-old woman, but she looks fantastic to the point where people are freaking out about Freakier Friday. So, anyways, props again to Bryce Harper. I think that was, I don't know, some sort of record was set where he hit two home runs that reached over 440 feet in the same game.
Says that's the first time it's happened since 2015.
Yeah, so it's not all the time. It's been 10 years.
Speaking of two home runs, did you see Jamie Lee Curtis?
What year was it when she did the striptease for Arnold and
That
True
was
Lies?
94, I think.
So we're to 31 years ago?
95?
Holy
True
crap.
Lies, yeah.
Yeah, she's looking good, man. Freakier Friday getting good reviews.
Maybe 96.
I was thinking about watching with my kids, watching Freaky Friday and then watching the second one. It's
I bet after seeing the promos, you're definitely going to watch.
Stop it.
All right.
Covered little Benny's eyes.
Yeah, I know. So again, Covino and Rich, and we were talking about Daniel Jones and Joe Flacco and Russell Wilson. Props to them. Not trying to hate on them for getting the starting job. All the credit, but it is kind of a boring answer. And Dan Byer said it without really saying it, but he said it. Joe Flacco didn't start in 2019 for the Broncos 6 years ago, and he's starting now for the Browns at 40-something. That just goes to show you how bad they are.
And at one point, he was pretty deep on the Jets quarterback depth chart. So, again, it just...
By the way, when you see the choices people make, you have to think about, well, the choices they didn't make if that's what they chose. And, you know what I mean? Like the women they're with, the clothes that they're wearing. Like, you chose that. I'd hate to see the rest of your wardrobe.
Every time you look at someone, Covino and I have said this before, take a good look at everyone you bump into.
They made a choice.
They chose that haircut. They chose that shirt. They chose those glasses.
So, in other words, if they chose a 40-year-old guy to start who didn't start 6 years ago for the Broncos when they had nobody, think of who they didn't choose and how bad they must be.
Yeah, veteran leadership may not be the long-term thing, but maybe that's what they need right now.
Hey, all the props. I wish them the best. I'm just saying. Now, speaking of football, preseason. There's a question we want to pose. Because you see all the highlights. I'm watching the highlights. But then again, I'm a dinosaur. I'm watching Rich Eisen on ESPN. I because he hosted last night.
I
if you
know.
didn't know.
People love the intro and how they brought back the old school. Then the nice tribute to Stuart Scott. So,
but I
props,
still watch highlights like it's 1994.
Well, the only reason I would ever watch SportsCenter is because I think our pal Gary Streisky and Randy are great.
They are fantastic.
They don't get enough credit.
They're the best.
They're the best talent over there at
They're
ESPN.
really, really great.
But
we give them all the props in the world.
It was cool to see Rich Eisen. They brought out the old graphics package. But you say highlights, and that's a great parlay into what we're going to talk about now, which is how are you consuming preseason football? I said to Iowa Sam and our pal Jay Stu before the show, if it's Zion or Cooper Flagg or Wemby, when they're making their first G League start, we're all going to watch the first quarter or so to be like, oh, let me take a look-see. When it's spring training in baseball and your stud pitcher who is throwing 102 is getting the start, you're going to be like, oh, let me check that out. Preseason football, to me, I can't explain why. I got to be forthright with you guys and say I haven't watched a live quarter of preseason football because I find it so insignificant.
Meaningless? I mean, there are guys fighting for jobs. We got to get that out of the way. There's truth to that. People are trying to make an impact, trying to show you what they got.
And you know, it's like Jay Stu.
You're right. It feels like it doesn't matter.
I'll give our pal,
because it doesn't.
Our pal Jay Stu from the Gottlieb Show. He said it's sort of like watching scab baseball or football. Like when there's like a strike or something, and they're like put in the scabs or something.
You know, but each team, they always have youngsters who have a good story. And not that we want to see a full-blown Olympic-style package on the air, but like, for instance, I've been following the Raiders preseason. Bo Jackson's nephew, Shedrick, is on the team at wide receiver. And it's cool to see youngsters like that trying to make their way into the league. If they have a good enough preseason, and maybe at that position your team has enough depth where they're going to get cut. But if they stand out, they have a chance to go to another team.
So if you really love the regular season, and Rich is saying that no one loves the regular season more than him. Let's make that clear.
And that's a fact.
He's basically asking, is it wrong to not care about preseason? Like, is it even watchable, really?
I can't buy in. And the numbers would say that I'm wrong because preseason football still outdoes regular seasons of other sports. So there's intrigue, but I think it's more about like just the excitement that football's back and people love the game so much that they're willing to sit through trash because they know the real thing's coming. And I get what Danny's saying. There are battles.
Position battles,
but
yeah.
like even when a guy, and here's the thing too, it's like the spring training baseball analogy would be there could be some young stud on your team that could hit 425 in spring training, but he still won't make the team because they know, well, he had a good month, but he's not ready. You could see a guy catch 8 passes for 112 yards, but he won't make the team because they're not really looking at the numbers. They're looking at other things that we're not looking at. Like did you see T.O.'s son has been, making some sweet catches on the Niners, Tariq Owens? Is he going to make the team? Making some sweet catches. That's why I can't.
But those are fun stories to watch is what Danny G is saying.
I'll sum it up by saying this. I passed Bursch in the editing room, and I said, oh, what's on TV? It was a replay, and it was Seahawks 24, Chiefs 7 in a preseason game. And I'm like, see, that's something I can't even watch for a minute.
Is it wrong to not watch preseason football? More next. CNR.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio.
When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there, and I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it. Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
The Indianapolis
He made the
Colts
right
have
call.
named
You
Daniel
know that's
Jones
right.
as the team's
LeBron
starting
James is a
quarterback, winning the
legend.
job over
No, he's
Anthony
not. He
Richardson.
complains all the
And Coach
time.
Shane
You
Steichen
say
with the
Brady's
announcement
the
today.
greatest
We got a good
quarterback
group
of all
around him
time,
overall. Our
but
football
Eli
team
Manning beat him
offensively, the weapons we have,
twice,
that I feel that he can be successful in it.
Decision still yet to come in New Orleans. Saints head coach Kellen Moore says he'll decide after the preseason game against the Broncos on Saturday to name their starting quarterback. Giants activated left tackle Andrew Thomas from the PUP list, while Buccaneers wide receiver Jalen McMillan could miss
Sports
half the
radio
season, according to the
is
Tampa Bay Times,
where you go
because of a
after
neck
the
injury
game's
suffered
over.
against the
And
Steelers.
then
Notre
the
Dame has
discussion
tapped
begins.
redshirt
If
freshman
the
CJ
Chiefs
Carr as
win-
the team's starting quarterback
sorry,
for their
Patrick
opener
Mahomes here.
against the Miami
What do you
Hurricanes
mean
on
by
Sunday,
if the
August
Chiefs win?
31st.
It is
Well,
live
BYU is going doing
It
with a
is
true freshman. Bear
unscripted.
Bachmeier's going to get the start in the
No other
opener against
medium
Portland
can
State.
touch that.
And that's
Cubs
what
beat the
makes
Brewers
it
today
special.
6-4 in game 1 of a doubleheader. Indiana Fever forward Sophie Cunningham done for the season with a knee injury. I'm Dan Byer.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Hey, that's us.
Oh, yes! Yes! Yes!
The show that's sweeping the nation. And also sweeping the floors part-time.
Feel the
Covino
vibrations.
and Rich broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Remember, if you miss any of today's show, catch the podcast. Search Covino and Rich, Covino, wherever you get your podcast. And after the show, the best of goes up. Danny G's on that. There's even a best of the week if you want to check that out. But remember to rate the podcast. Follow, rate, and review. 5 stars. Come on, bro. What do I got to do?
No, this is not Star Search. I don't want 3 3/4 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars only. And, of course, we have our bonus pod, Overpromised, episode 104. But thank you for rocking out with us.
All right. And, hey, I see the in-show chat. What's up, Wes and Daniel and Jason and Jeremy and Andrew? And
You say in-show chat.
Homer.
You don't have to call to communicate. We have a brand new YouTube channel, so you can chat live with other listeners and play along and make fun of us. Again, it's youtube.com/@Covino and Rich FSR. Or
who can name? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, or if you're on YouTube already, just search Covino and Rich FSR.
What is the show of our childhood where they said, I see Danny, I see Sam,
Do you want me to answer?
I see Spotty,
I hope we all know it's Romper Room.
That's right.
Danny G, Romper Room. So I see y'all. I see you chiming in.
Our parents used those kind of shows to babysit us in the 80s.
No doubt.
Pinwheel and Magic Garden and Mr. Rogers. So Steve Covino, raised by Mr. Rogers, not my parents. Rich Davis.
Hi, neighbor.
Spots on the videos. Danny G super producing. Off the air.
King Friday creepy or no?
No. Lady Elaine was the creepiest. That hobo who looked like Barbara Corcoran. You know the puppet that looked like the Shark Tank lady?
That's Barbara Corcoran from
with the red nose.
Yeah.
That scary hobo version of Barbara Corcoran.
Hobo.
So back to the discussion at hand. We're going to get to Showtime Mahomes trivia and giveaway prizes, but we're talking about, is it wrong to not care about preseason football? Is it even watchable? But that's coming from a place of where we're really pumped about the actual season. No one more pumped than Rich Davis when it comes to football and smut. Rich is like a kid in a candy store.
That's sort of why I love Vegas so much.
Right. So is it wrong to not care about the preseason? Off the air, Iowa Sam said something interesting. I don't know how factual it is, but it's interesting to say the least. Danny G's making the point that, yeah, man, you're giving people the chance to show what they got, and you're seeing some stars work things out and some cool storylines with young players that might not get the opportunity, but you're seeing their storyline play out. Iowa Sam is saying, dude, it's just a money grab for TV and for concessions. You're still selling tickets. So it's 2 or 3 more games they're adding.
And as you know, season ticket holders can't skip out on those. They have to buy those as part of the season ticket package. So there's nothing of value with preseason. And I know, Danny, you're saying there's battles to be won. I feel like those are won in camp and practice.
Well, but this doesn't happen every off season or every preseason. But I was thinking back to the 2014 preseason. The Raiders gave a huge amount of money to Matt Schaub. And Derek Carr was, 4th round pick, and he was a backup. And it was the first look that Oakland got at him. He lit it up in the preseason. The final preseason game was against the Seattle Seahawks starters for 3 quarters. He threw 3 of his 4 touchdowns against the defensive starters for the Seahawks, won the job. They sat Schaub on the bench. So it doesn't happen all the time, but if you have a kick-ass preseason, the team will move you up
it has to be
the
exceptional.
depth chart.
It has to be exceptional. You're right. But like Dan Byer's a big Seahawks guy. Like when they gave Matt Flynn all that money after one good game on the Packers, essentially, they went with Russ because Pete Carroll said we want to go with Russell Wilson, correct?
Yeah, third round pick.
It happens on occasion, but
Iowa Sam was pretty adamant that, well, you were saying no decisions are made based on that. You know what it's like? It's like when you have a job and you're trying to show the boss what you got, you're willing to work the holidays, and you think it's going to pay off. Like, dude, I worked every holiday, so I'm going to keep my job, man, and maybe I'll get a promotion. I was saying that about preseason. You could have the best preseason, but it's really not going to get you the job.
I think the average fan out there thinks that your preseason performances are like a third of the pie of decision made on you.
Yeah.
It's more like I've heard former NFL players say preseason games really don't matter in this decision-making process. Most of the time. Maybe for a Derek Carr.
I think the holiday analogy is funny because early on in my career, I used to think that too. Like, I'm putting in the extra hours on a holiday, and I'm like, my boss is in the Hamptons chilling out. Do you think he even knows what I'm doing right now?
I vividly remember Memorial Day weekend, like 20-plus years ago. They're like, hey, can you run the board for the Coca-Cola 600? Again, not the 500, 600 miles. Sure, boss, absolutely.
It's going to pay off dividends, Byer.
Yeah. Did not happen.
It didn't work. Didn't help. And that's probably why you have that feeling, Rich, of, is it wrong to not care about preseason
Rich
football?
is a Niners fan. I feel like you're a little spoiled because your team has been a perennial contender, Rich, for how many years now?
I get what you're saying. That's a fair point.
The window, obviously, people think maybe it's closing or closed, but look, for the teams where all you have is hope, all you have is the NFL draft, the preseason, I feel like, is a little bit of an extension of the draft.
Yeah.
Your first glimpse of your draft picks, your first glimpse of your free agent pickups. Yeah. And I've arrived moments. That was the headline over the weekend on all the sports websites. Genty, I've arrived. He had that moment. Remember, Jeremy Shockey had that moment back in 2002.
I get it. You're going to see glimmers of greatness for some of these players, but I compared it to spring training baseball where, your ace, back in the day, Verlander or Kershaw could have a 6 ERA in spring training, and some young kid could pitch 3 games, give up no runs. His ERA could be 0, but they're like, yeah, you're going to start the season in Double-A. It's not really of a reflection of where you're going. Like right now, the Niners last game in the meaningless game 2 of the preseason, Robbie Chosen, who you guys might remember as Robbie Anderson, who changed his name. He's trying to fight for a job. 5 catches for 92 yards.
Rich, you're absolutely right.
If it mattered, then you'd be like,
have to be overly exceptional because all the things we're talking about, they also apply in like the lowest levels of the sport. Like even if you made high school baseball, you're probably going to make it the next year, and that other guy who's trying out, he may have a way better tryout than you, but he's not going to make the team because he wasn't on it the year before.
Dude,
so that dude has to be like exceptionally good.
I'm doing evaluations for 8-year-olds this Saturday.
Right.
I know the kids that played All-Stars last year. If they don't have a good practice,
they're still probably going to make it. So the kid that's going to make it has to be so much better than all the other kids.
One of the things that's changed in the recent NFL is more of the joint practices with teams. So when you're practicing with them for a couple of days, the game, kind of the work's already been done that week. You get your real look at the team outside of the game situation because you're at the training camp fields doing your work. That's changed a lot of it as well, which is, I think, diminished the actual games because teams feel that they got in a lot of work during those joint practice sessions with other teams. They usually never did that. They would never practice with another team.
I think we all, even though nothing's official, I feel like the NFL and Roger Goodell, who you got to give credit where credit's due, the NFL seems to make no mistakes for the most part.
Oh, no, I think they did. They have a new partner that we're going to talk about.
Oh, okay.
I think they made a mistake. They just made a new multi-year licensing deal.
It's a mistake?
I think it was a weak-ass move.
You know what? Let's talk about that right now. But let me say, Roger Goodell, for all the boos and crap he gets, and I get it, the NFL – maybe they haven't handled certain players and situations with crime and everything the right way and punishments. But as far as like the actual league itself and scheduling, we all know where it's going, right? 18 games, 2 preseason games, 2 bye weeks. Season's going to line up where the Super Bowl is right before a holiday weekend, and it is a holiday weekend. And that's the ending point. Because but
you say 18 games, but those 2 preseason games, that's 20 games. And well, there's no doubt.
There's 20 games
They're way more lucrative than we think they are.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I mean, it's,
So we'll take a few phone calls on it, and I'll tell you about the weak-ass move that the NFL actually did make. I call it a whammy, Rich. weak-ass move. Whammy! I think it's catching on. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's definitely
It's a weak-ass move.
Whammy, David in Missouri. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you for calling.
Your show's for sure gotten me through a bunch of road rage throughout the years. So anyway.
Thanks, man.
So I don't think it's a bad thing to not be hyped up about the preseason. The way I see it, it's the same the way I feel about spring football. You know, it's April. You're just wanting football back so bad, and they roll out this watered-down product, and you're like, this doesn't scratch my itch at all.
Bro, David, it took David from Missouri to make the analogy that it's sort of like the XFL or USFL. Like, you're like, I love football so much. How come I can't connect to this at all? That's how I feel about preseason football. And when I hear coworkers and guys I respect like Colin so fired up about, did you see Caleb Williams? He's showing some signs. I'm like, I just can't, like, I want to feel that enthusiasm.
Williams was looking good, though. Yeah.
I know, but it's like, to me, it's like against who? I can't wait for 2 weeks and 2 days.
I like this discussion because
countdown's on, broski.
Sometimes in life, you feel like, is there something wrong with me? Why don't I care the way I should?
That's how I feel when, like, Star Wars movies come out.
Right. And you're like, but Rich is being honest, and I feel him too, and hopefully letting you know that it's okay to not really care that much about preseason football. But once the season starts.
In a few weeks, my attention shifts.
Exactly.
But right now, I'm more concerned about the Mets-Nationals tonight. I want to see if the Yankees lose tonight against the Rays because you and I have a bet. I want to see if Danny's Dodgers could keep the momentum from that Padres series because they lost to the Rockies yesterday.
You nailed it right there, though. Your brain is still in baseball mode. I don't think you switch. Rich, I've known you now for 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't think your brain switches over until the first week of the regular season.
Well, if his team sucks, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And historically, the Mets are not very good often, so maybe that's part of it. You're right.
So what's the whammy, the weak-ass move the NFL has made? Weak-ass move. NFL.
Whammy, you say?
Yeah, it's really catching on. Everybody's saying it. Whammy. What's the whammy? What's the weak-ass move?
Let's hear it, buddy.
The NFL and Crocs have announced a multi-year licensing deal.
Oh, players, big-ass linemen, 400-pound dudes are going to have their feet all comfy in these Crocs.
Like, what a pathetic look for grown men. I understand if you're a little schoolboy who doesn't know how to tie his shoes and you throw those on. I get that. I was in the sauna yesterday, which is a whole conversation in itself, Rich. I'm a sauna kind of guy.
You wear clothes in the sauna?
Yeah. What do you strip down? It's co-ed. What do you mean do I wear clothes? It's at the gym. Am I going to be there naked doing push-ups?
No, I don't mean naked. If I go to the gym, will you take your shirt off?
No, not in the sauna.
You're in
Nobody
soppy,
does.
You're in a
Nobody
soppy
really
wet
does.
shirt? Every guy takes their shirt off in the sauna.
Not when I'm there. Want me to snap a picture for you?
Yeah, do it. Let me see. That wouldn't be creepy at all.
There's a guy there wearing Crocs, and he's so sweaty in his stupid rubber Swiss cheese shoes.
What are you wearing in the
that
sauna?
He dumps the sweat out of his Croc, and I hear it
gross.
splattering all over the floor.
Question.
I'm like, how gross is this?
All right, you're wearing full clothes in a sauna. What are you wearing on your feet in the sauna?
You're not supposed to wear your sneakers,
but you do.
But everyone does, so I wear my sneakers. Yeah,
he was wearing his squeakers.
Yeah.
Squeaking all up
but
and
how
down.
gross is that?
They're hospital sandals. Get
There's
out
a
of here.
purpose. If you're on a boat or working in a hospital, I get it. Or if you just want to look like a total buffoon.
Chefs like Crocs too, I hear, right?
Chefs,
They're very
I get it. Again, sometimes function over fashion. I totally understand. But if you're out there and about there rocking these things, you should take it off and hit yourself over the head with your own Croc.
Covino, what comedian that we've hung with in the past, who has their bit about Crocs, like 1 minute?
Oh, I think it's Brian Regan. I don't know. That's who's coming to mind.
Was it Brian Regan? A comedian does a bit where it's a progression. No, it's Adam Carolla, I believe.
Slippers? It's really about slippers,
I believe
though, right?
we talked about this with Adam Carolla when he was on our show.
Oh, yeah, it was Carolla.
What you do is you get Crocs and you say, yeah, I'm just going to wear them to take out the trash. And then that goes to, yeah, I'm just going to walk around the block. Then you're like, well, I'm just going to pick up some takeout. And then you slowly but surely start opening your world up to Crocs. And before you know it, you're the weenie that's wearing Crocs around town.
Yeah.
And that's the truth, because I do own one pair of Crocs, and I wear them when I'm like, doing a little gardening around the house, or if I'm, skimming the pool or something.
That's how it starts.
And that's how it starts.
Yeah, where no one can see you in your backyard,
can I
where
tell
it
you,
should be.
I will never wear them on an adventure, even if it's dropping my kids off at school. Like I'll.
And we understand they're comfortable, but so is I always say this, so is a pillow hat. You going to wear a pillow hat around town? Are you going to wear a pillow on your ass because it's comfy? No. Be a grown-up. These are little boy shoes, you big baby.
Pillow pants, you
big sports baby. And
on the anniversary of the debut of Shark Tank, which was on this day in 2009, pillow hats, huh?
Would you wear that? It sounds comfy.
Yeah.
Would you wear that, Noggin Boss? Like, would you really wear that? These are the most ridiculous things. And we've been fighting this fight for years. And we lost the war, but, I'm still going to fight this battle.
Great on a red-eye flight.
Just because you're wearing it and it has your team logo on it doesn't make it less ugly. I'm sorry. So is that the exception now?
Well, I wrote down the power of the NFL because Danny G's like, I might rock some Raider ones.
Yeah, it makes a difference. If your team's logo is suddenly on a Croc, I don't know how much I would actually wear it, but I would maybe get them as a gift from somebody. I had a birthday party back in the day, and every gift I opened, it was me and the radio station staff. Just about every gift I opened, it was something Raiders. And I heard our afternoon DJ in the background. He's like, man, this is like a Cholo party.
Yeah. Oh, Raiders. Oh, man, a Raiders toothbrush.
Everything. It was Raiders this, Raiders that. So I could.
A Raiders necktie.
That would be like a cool, what is that elephant gift to give somebody on Christmas?
The white elephant.
That'd be a great white elephant gift.
And you'd rock them as slippers around your house. But again, you'll realize they're comfortable. And next thing you know, you're wearing them to the supermarket. And we ask you, is this a good enough reason to wear them? What are your thoughts? Because I think it's ridiculous. I hate them. Here's another reason to not wear them. One time I lost a bet, and it's the only time I wore Crocs, right? So I had a pair of Crocs, and I lost a bet. My ex told me to run out to do something real quick. I forget what it was. In an emergency, I grabbed these ridiculous clown shoes, right? In an emergency. I put them on my feet reluctantly, but it was the first thing I saw. Got in the car, and it was like the one bad accident I really got in. And I had to get out, like totally humiliated of the car wearing Crocs. Police are there. This guy's looking at me. Insult to injury.
Who's the driver of this car?
I was
that
the
ass
loser.
clown with the Crocs.
I was
over
the
there?
loser wearing Crocs, like bright orange Crocs. Like, how embarrassing.
Did your Crocs get jammed under the gas pedal so you couldn't brake?
Dude, I don't really remember. But I remember feeling like the ultimate loser. I'm like, not only am I here on the side of the road causing this commotion right now, hating my life that I just got in this accident, but I'm wearing Crocs. So again,
Rich says, yeah, they're just for around the house, and then it progresses and progresses. Rich is gonna be buried in his Crocs. He'll be in the coffin in the casket
They're
in a
so
suit,
comfy.
and then it'll be like black Crocs on his feet.
I was Sam. You know why Covino had orange Crocs? I just remembered why, actually. This Mets-Yankees bet we have this year is not our first ever, as you'd imagine, Mets-Yankees bet. It was just a regular Subway Series, and the loser had to wear Crocs for a week. And this is when people didn't wear them as much as they do now. This is when they were
we had to wear them for a week, but not explain to anybody why we were wearing
And
them.
I said, well, the Mets beat the Yankees. Mets. Ooh, what's the most hideous one? So I bought bright orange Crocs for Covino. And you're right. You got in your one accident.
Like my one bad accident. Right?
It's been going on for a while. Just a few years ago with Dan Byer, we had a MLB bet with the loser wearing Croc watch. That's right.
Some people around here would not think of that as a part of a losing bet. They would
Dude, there's a guy that works here, Perfet. Crocs would be an upgrade.
Someone's like, hey, Chris, you got to wear Crocs all week. And he'd be like, sure.
Thanks,
no problem with that.
Merry Christmas.
Sounds like a deal. Do they come in Detroit Lions? Yes, they do.
It's like our dude Shay, who's wearing those little clogs all the time. It's like, Shay, congratulations.
I think that's the problem with Crocs is they look like stupid clogs with holes in them.
Yeah.
They're just stupid clown shoes.
But would you wear them because they now represent your favorite NFL team? Again, if you just joined us, NFL and Crocs announced their multi-year licensing deal. And I get it, a lot of money to be made there. People love them.
Can't argue the Crocs and the money being made. Let me give you one fun fact and one stupid question.
But some of them have the furry insides. Did you see that, Danny G?
Those could be like slippers around the house. You could rock those bad boys.
It's a Tom Brady touch.
Yeah.
Ugg boots. And Crocs combined.
We were sent a pair of Uggs from Tom Brady's people years ago, and I got to be honest, I was living in New York at the time. They were damn good boots.
Oh, the Ugg boots, yeah.
They were great.
They're so warm and fuzzy.
All right, fun fact. Have you ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
Dozens of times.
So in the movie, they're trying to portray what a moron of the future would look like, and the producers said, they got to put him in, and the shoes they picked were a prototype of the first ever Croc because that's what they imagined morons in the future.
Only a moron would
cheap
choose these
to buy, right? And they needed something like affordable.
So Crocs were the answer.
French, aren't Crocs French?
And I don't care if you have them in sports mode; it doesn't make you any cooler. These things are terrible. So
I don't feel bad for my son if he's running down the street in his Crocs and he falls and skins his knee.
Yeah, but Rich,
I'm almost like
your son is 5. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Your son also wears like Lightning McQueen sneakers.
And a clip-on bow tie.
Yeah, if you're a grown man, would you wear that?
Yeah.
That's true.
Wheels come off the bottom of little Benny shoes.
Yeah, would you wear sneakers that light up?
My son has lights on his shoes.
Yeah, sports babies.
So let me ask you one dumb question, and then we'll get to Mahomes trivia next. So if you want to play, the number is 877-99 on Fox. We're going to give away a prize. Again, call now, 877-99 on Fox.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice, easy breezy, summer girl. Mike, one question. What is your most embarrassing piece of sports gear that you maybe haven't even worn or someone bought you? Because I saw something last year that I thought was something completely different. And if I lose a bet this football season, I may need to wear them in here. I thought they were like a thicker, baggier sweatpant. I bought 49ers sweats that are gold with white and red stripes on the side. They look like the Niners football pants. I thought they were like comfy, like baggier sweats. They're a little tight. So
that's so funny.
So I may have to rock those.
You got like the Joe Montana specials.
I may offend someone. They might be too bold just to wear in the studio, but I have like ridiculous 49. They look like football pants, but they're sweats.
Man, I can't wait to see these.
Yeah, I'll break those out this season. All right, hey, listen, Mahomes trivia next. Having some fun. Covino Rich, Fox Sports Radio.
From searching online to asking your friends and family, there are lots of ways to look for jobs, but what if you had one team of experts that could help you find the right role? Your local Express Employment Pros office is your one connection to endless job opportunities, which is one application that can help you find a job at a company that fits your needs. Visit expresspros.com. Do it now.
Your local Express Employment Professional office is your one connection, like you said. Visit expresspros.com. They know what companies are hiring. That's the fun of it. Even for jobs that may not even be posted yet, which is a major advantage. Express also offers benefits and competitive pay. And in one interview with Express, they're going to prepare a presentation. And they're going to say, hey, buddy, look at all these jobs I possibly lined up for you. So it's all at expresspros.com. Get started. Discover for yourself what it's like to have support in your job search.
You can also start your job search through the Express Jobs app. Download it today to search jobs, apply, and contact your local Express team.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate your show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger,
Bolder.
better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio.
When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Covino and Rich. New YouTube page. YouTube.com/@Covino and Rich FSR. And of course on Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page, a brand new Overpromised, episode 104.
I'm reading the feedback now. Some people are saying, who wears a shirt in the sauna? Don't you come out with like a soaking wet shirt?
I mean, why do you want to see my nipples so bad?
Break them out.
That's what I ask you. Live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, is it time for a new job? Then it's time for Express Employment Pros. Quit the endless online job search, enlist the pros, and Express never charges job seekers a fee. Go to expresspros.com.
I got nipples. Can you milk me? Let's get right into this. Every week we bring out the stars, and it's time for Showtime Mahomes trivia.
The mostly lovable Patrick Mahomes.
Truth is, I want everybody to love me, not just the refs.
It's time for some NFL trivia.
I'm here.
Yes, we know you're here.
All right, Patrick Mahomes here to play Showtime Mahomes trivia.
All right, FSR security walking our broke Patrick into the main studio.
Whoa, mama. Good to be here always. By the way, countdown's on, less than 20 days, baby. Chargers going down.
Yeah, 16
By the way, I'll
away.
be playing in my Crocs. That's how confident I am. Sports mode. I rock the Croc. #1, Chief Croca.
All right, and how do you feel your preseason has gone so far?
Doesn't matter. He's right. Doesn't matter at all. So I was, cold maxing, relaxing, just kicking it, and I thought I did a pretty good job. But my hair looked tight. Felt good about it.
See, preseason doesn't matter to him either.
What do you think?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
A Swiftie Super Bowl halftime show?
Yeah, that's the rumor.
All right.
That's all you're going to say?
Let's meet the contestant. Yeah, he can't say anything further. 24-time winner Rich Davis over there.
What up?
20-time champion Dan Byer in the house. And 8-time champion Spotty Boy.
I'm here. What's up?
What up, Spot?
Yeah, there you are.
All right, looking to win a CNR prize on our studio lines. Byer, I'll use you for this. Would you love to travel to beautiful Sioux City, Iowa, Owasso, Oklahoma, Santa Barbara, California, Waco, Texas, or Albany, New York?
Let's go to Oklahoma.
Oh.
Okay, that is Mike.
KLAHOMA.
What up, Mikey?
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hey guys.
What's up, bud?
Mike, really quick, what do you do for a living there in Oklahoma?
I am a pastor.
A pasta.
All right, guys, watch your language.
You're the only one that knows that.
You never saw the Family Feud clip?
Well, can you say a prayer for Rich's 49ers?
No.
All right. Here are the rules for Showtime Mahomes NFL Trivia. The first contestant with 2 correct answers is the champion. If there's a tie, we have a tiebreaker question. Your name is your buzzer, but you do have to wait until all 3 possible answers are read. If there's 2 wrong answers in a row, we move on to the next question. Are you ready?
Yes. Let's go.
Get it on.
All right, Patrick Mahomes, I'm here, and I wish I got to throw to this icon. How many total receiving yards did the great Jerry Rice finish his career with? Is it A, 22,895, B, 18,675, or C, 25,155?
Mike. I'm going to go with A.
You are right.
Whoa. Bingo was his name-o. Actually, Jerry Rice was his name, 22,895.
Yeah, Mike, halfway to a CNR prize already as we move to round 2.
All right. What was I once quoted saying about failure?
Oh.
A, don't let failure define you. Use it as a stepping stone to learn and grow. B, I use failure to fuel my fire, and I come back twice as strong. Or C, if I let failure define me, then I would have never bounced back from the Raiders destroying me on Christmas 2023.
Mike for the win.
B.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I thought he had it.
No.
Now I feel Rich.
And Rich for the steal.
A?
Hey, yeah, pretty easy to get
right.
that point.
I've always said it. Don't let failure define you. Use it as a stepping stone to learn and grow.
It's not the Raider one?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Mike and Rich both on the board as we move to round 3.
Now let's
All right, Patrick Mahomes here. Who was the first African-American head coach to win a Super Bowl? Was it A, Mike Tomlin, B, Dennis Green, or C, Tony Dungy?
Dan.
Mike.
Oh,
Dan.
Byer got in there.
Tony Dungy.
Yes.
Right, 2007.
That's right.
Way to go, DB.
All right, we got a 3-way tie on our hands. Mike, Rich, and DB as we go to round 4.
What team has the longest consecutive streak of playoff appearances? Is it A, the Oakland/Los Angeles Raiders, B, the New England Patriots, or C, the Dallas Cowboys?
Mike for the win.
C.
The Cowboys? No.
Oh. Oh. What was the question again?
Way to pay attention,
What
Rich.
team has the longest consecutive streak of playoff appearances?
This is current, or is this just like an all-time streak? I'll just say A. I'm just going to say A. I don't even. What were the?
Oakland/LA Raiders, New England Patriots, or Cowboys.
Wow. The answer is B, the New England Patriots, 11 seasons, 2009 to 2019.
That Brady Belichick dynasty there.
I don't think you read the really good, Patrick. I'm just saying.
Round 5, and we still have a 3-way tie.
Do you want me to read it 3 times for you? Maybe you need some Q-tips. What team has the longest consecutive streak of playoff appearances?
Okay,
that's fair then. Okay.
All right.
Why are you getting so upset, Patrick?
Who does this guy think he is?
Yeah, because he lost the Super Bowl last year.
You're kind of acting like that guy Covino.
When you say current longest streak, it sounds like it's an active streak.
Hey, man, I don't write the questions, all right? Hey, you guys need to back off. I'm a busy guy, all right?
The word current
I got
is
a
not
game
in
to
there.
worry about.
Current shouldn't be in there.
Current's not in there.
All right.
not.
Round 5.
It's going off script.
What city did the Rams originally play in?
Ooh.
A, Cleveland, B, Baltimore, or C, Cincinnati?
Dan.
Byer for the win.
Cleveland?
Yes.
Yeah. Mike, he gave you a beat. He gave you a beat to chime in.
That is Dan Byer's 21st victory in this game.
Damn.
DB.
By the way, Cleveland founded in Cleveland 1936, relocated in LA 10 years later. And guys, have a great one. Always good to see you.
Thank you, buddy. And Mike in Oklahoma, we appreciate you playing.
Anytime.
You might as well say a prayer for Danny's Raiders, too, while you're at it.
Well, Max Crosby will have something to say about that as he's chasing you.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
Say a prayer for Brock Bowers' hairline.
Thought you were gone.
All right, later, guys.
Bye.
Later.
Yeah, speaking of Brock Bowers' hairline, great transition, Patrick. Hey, Kavino.
Oh, yeah, coming up next.
I do want to talk about Brock Bowers' hairline because he shaved it all, huh? He, as they said, he took it home, as Scott Van Pelt would say.
He's got the Baldo Ronaldo, and he's only 22. But, hey, man, it happens early for a lot of people.
When it comes to deciding if you're going to shave your head completely, is that a question of whether or not does everyone think they could pull off the I'm going to have a beard with a shaved head look?
The old, Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah.
He was also reluctant. There was a story recently he was telling about how, what was his original wrestling name again?
Stunning Steve Austin.
Stunning Steve Austin didn't want to shave his head for a long time.
You know, Big Mike who runs this place?
Yeah, he invented it, I heard.
He was saying, my wife, I had to convince her for 3 years. She wanted him to keep the receding hairline. He's like, I want to shave it.
He had the comb over, the Rob Reiner sort of look. And his wife thought it was hot.
Listen.
Either that. See, here's the thing. Your wife will be supportive or she'll tell you lies. No, I like it like that. The Costanza's great. Dr. Phil's hot. But they're trying to keep you out of the game. Always keep that in mind, too.
Stop it.
They're trying to keep
you out of the game.
Mike's wife was trying to keep him out of the game. He's way cooler with the Stone Cold look. Way cooler look.
But here's my thought.
But is it for everybody is your question.
My thought is not everyone, truthfully, is as vain as you are. And I'm right up there with you. You're the guy. There's not a mirror that you didn't look in. You look at reflections. You go to the bathroom in between breaks to give yourself, you call it the how do you do where you look at your hair.
That's because I'm sick of looking at you all day.
Did you guys see what Hunter Renfro said about Brock Bowers?
Former Raider. Now he's what, Panthers?
Panther now. He says, Brock's one hell of a football player, but he's a quitter. He says that we balding men in our 20s are proud people. We don't retreat on our hair just because it's retreating from our forehead.
No, yeah, he quit.
Well,
yeah.
Dare I say, listen, women get a lot of stuff done, and we don't think twice about it. In fact, culture with women is to get Botox and fillers and boobs and butt lifts, and it's a part of, unfortunately or fortunately, a part of society. If I'm Brock Bowers, and I looked it up with Danny because I needed to find out, what's his OG contract? Because he'll get paid in a couple years, but right now he even has a $18 million guarantee. Why would Brock Bowers, a young, handsome guy, star in the NFL, he doesn't even need to go to Turkey? Why wouldn't this guy just get hair implants?
I'm looking at him now.
Why
You
not?
can see his hair was thinning in
But why not?
year 1, 21. He's 22 years old now. He's got the complete bald dome going on.
And
he's got a normal shaped head.
I say this because there are a few reasons why a guy wouldn't do it, right? Some guys just don't care.
Yeah, but some guys frown at vanity and frown at caring about how you
So what I'm
look.
saying,
And guys in the NFL might be like, maybe it's like too.
Rich. He's I'm sorry, Covino. I was just going to say he's well known to be super hyper focused on football. He doesn't do anything else his teammates say. He does football 24/7. That's all he cares about.
To care that much might make you appear soft in the NFL, for some people.
I don't know. Greg Olsen, didn't he have thinning hair and he has great hair now?
Wade Boggs.
Wade Boggs? You see that pompadour? My point is, there's only a couple reasons a guy wouldn't do this. A, he just doesn't care. And that's understandable. Some guys are not vain. I understand this. B, they don't have the resources or funds. They don't have the money. Not the case with Brock Bowers. Or C, someone might be scared of medical procedures that are unnecessary. But athletes are constantly getting operations and surgeries and touch-ups and, getting bone fragments taken out. You think a hair replacement surgery would bother a guy like Brock Bowers? No way. So I say do it, Brock. Come back with a pompadour.
Was it Brian Urlacher that had a hair transplant?
It was.
It was, right? Yeah, I remember there was like a few other people. There should be no shame in the game.
Well,
but
look at John. Didn't John Cena recently say that the fans peer pressured him into getting hair?
He said his biggest regret was not doing it sooner.
Yeah, he said it changed his life by getting the hair
and
transplant.
like his career trajectory. Like it revitalized him.
Well,
Joe Buck had several hair transplants. He said after like his 8th one,
he said he was addicted to it.
He almost lost his voice. Like it caused like a medical complication.
Joe Buck is the equivalent of the woman that's had like 6 boob jobs. All right, let's go. We all know one of them. Let's go to Dan Byer for an update. What's up, DB?
When I made the joke about Rich being the good-looking one, it was like I stole Covino's dog.
I know.
Like the look on his face, like there was no, wait a second here,
Vanity.
what's going on?
Vanity.
I was like, that's a matter of opinion. My mom says I'm the most handsome.
There was no lean back in the chair. It was a straight stand-up from Covino. Check the tape. Daniel Jones has been named as the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts to open the regular season, winning the job over Anthony Richardson. This was Shane Steichen with the announcement earlier today.
Daniel Jones will be our starting quarterback this season. You know, I don't want to have a quick leash on that. I feel confident in his abilities.
Now, Buccaneers wide receiver Jalen McMillan could miss half the season because of a sprained neck. That's according to the Tampa Bay Times. Giants activated left tackle Andrew Thomas from the PUP list. Saints have the Broncos in a preseason finale on Saturday. We expect after that, Kellen Moore, the Saints head coach, will name their starting quarterback, says he's really, really close to naming a starter. It'll either be Spencer Rattler or rookie Tyler Shook. Cubs beat the Brewers today 6-4. Fever forward Sophie Cunningham going to miss the rest of the season with a knee injury. Pacers gave head coach Rick Carlisle a contract extension, according to Mark Stein. And former number 1 overall pick John Wall announced his retirement from the NBA after 11 seasons, was a 5-time All-Star, leaves as the Wizards' 4th all-time leading scorer. Guys, back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan Byer. As I see Scooble about to take the mound, the Tigers about to start their game in a little bit. Do you see what his whip is? If you don't know whip, this that walks and hits per inning pitched.
Whip.
0.87. Do you realize how ridiculous that is? He leads the league, but 0.87 whip.
Well,
whip.
Speaking of Brock Bowers and his life change,
yeah.
Again, taking it home, like you said.
Whip.
There's another story in the NFL, and it's about Bucks rookie tackle Desmond Watson.
Whip.
And why he's so sad right now, and why he needs to make another significant life change. And we want to talk about what inspired you to make that significant life change.
All next. Your buds, Covino and Rich, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Whip.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio.
When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I like point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy? I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all's show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino. loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it. Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all, so I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes.
Damn. Sam getting groovy right here. Work it all night. Covino and Rich. We are working it. Live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And all that stuff he said, thank you, Tire Rack. You're the best. And, of course, got to remind you also about Express Employment Pros. Quit the endless online job search. Enlist the pros. Never charge a fee for job seekers. Go to expresspros.com. Whip. So I just saw a Kyle Shanahan clip, Cove. I know
we don't say.
We have limited time on my 49ers feed. He was asked about George Kittle and certain players. There was that misunderstanding that they were getting rid of smelling salts, and it was like, no, that's not the case, that it was overblown. And he's like, hey, I would do it if you want. Would you guys do smelling salts if we ordered them and got them in here? Have you ever done smelling salts?
I would like to see.
Apparently, they knock you on your
what's
ass.
going on, yeah.
Would you take
I've seen other people
sniff?
try it, and they're like, whoa, because you're not supposed to get up that close to it, and people make that mistake and burn out their sinuses.
Why don't we do a whole week of trials? We can do like tasering one day. That'd be fun.
I mean, to anything to promote the new YouTube channel,
Let's
right?
do it, yeah. Sam, will you be tasered for us?
Well, tase I with Sam.
I got some jumping cables. You can put them on Rich's nipples.
Yeah, the jumper cables.
I'll do the
on our
salts,
nipples.
though. I'll do smelling salts.
Yeah, I'll order some. I want to see if it's as crazy as they say. Because I think
Danny G uses that boomstick. Is that any good?
I do, yeah.
Does it really open up your sinuses, though, or does it wake you up?
No, it opens up your sinuses.
But it works, you said, right?
Boomstick, eh?
And then we'll take Viagra one day.
Boomstick.
What'd you say?
What? Viagra one day. No, I'm joking.
What?
You said we're going to try different products.
Well,
cool whip.
Something to look forward to. We mentioned that Brock Bowers made a change. He shaved his head.
Yeah.
Someone else in the NFL needs to make a change, and the evidence is pretty obvious. Bucs rookie tackle Desmond Watson can't practice with the rest of the team, and they posted the most miserable video of him like hitting bags by himself. Like the whole team's practicing, and he's like there basically on the swings all by himself, lonely, just being like, somebody play with me.
Why can't he
It's like
play?
the whole team left him flat. We used to say that when we were kids.
Why can't he play?
The rest of the team flat levers. You know why? Because
Did an alligator bit his damn hand off?
No, because he weighs 450 pounds.
He is
and
the
they're
biggest
saying,
player in the NFL.
Yeah, he can't practice with the rest of the team until he loses weight. That's sort of like his punishment.
But if he practiced, then he'd burn more calories and he'd lose weight.
I
guess. Why can't? Is there like some medical reason? Like
yes.
Okay, so it's a medical reason. It has. Yeah. I couldn't think of any other reason.
Dude, he weighs 450 pounds. So again, big boy, and that's why they signed him. He's got a lot of potential, but he can't weigh that much and safely play the game. So, what is the breaking point for you? Or what was it for you to finally make that life change? Because this dude really needs to turn it around. And that video's just sad. What did you type, Danny G? Like the saddest thing you'll see all day?
Yeah.
Like how?
Yeah, you feel bad for him.
He's just there by himself.
He wants to play so badly.
It's like Napoleon with the tetherball.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. If you haven't seen the clip, you got to look it up. It doesn't get much sadder than this.
Well, there's speculation he's not going to make the regular season roster. He's just sort of there.
Well,
it's a shame.
Why did they draft him then? They knew this going in.
Yeah.
So, again, he is not allowed to practice or play in games until he loses more weight. And for Spot, his major life change, we've talked about this in the past. He lost a lot of weight and got in shape because of health issues.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because of that.
Maybe you wouldn't let him produce until he lost weight?
Yeah, I said, you know what, man? You can't play with us anymore.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
We'll see you in the promised land.
Have a good one.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Hello, YouTube.